Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Low Batteries, featuring our good friend Adam here. This is our great pick that he made, which is out fucking standing. It's me, your boy, as Venom, and then, Adam is Carnage. So today we're going to be talking about Venom, the 2018 movie starring Topher Grace, and we're also going to be talking about your trip to Atlanta. That's where you went, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, show out. But first, let's go over what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? So, they've restarted the Games Pass free trials. So I did the 14-day free trial.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I dipped into some stuff like old but classic Lego Indiana Jones down there. Dip into that a little bit.
Lego Indiana Jones.
I played some of the Hitman Season 1 that they had with that's a lot of fun. Have you played that?
No, I didn't even know it was on there.
They don't have like all the DLC or stuff like that, so it's a lot of just like the training camp.
Mm-hmm.
But I went through and for the one on the boat, I did like all the different like kills and stuff like that you have to do. I did that. I dipped my toe in the water for Sea of Thieves. That one I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I meant to download it and I keep forgetting. So I should.
I'm like,
that.
yeah. And then like somebody was getting super pissed at me that was on the same boat as me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I died and went to Davy Jones' locker, and I'm like, okay, I think I've had enough.
Really?
Maybe if I'm playing with people I know, it might be different, but I'm just like, eh.
That's really all I've ever heard about it was like, the more it's like way better if you play with your friends,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the only way to play it.
And then the last thing I played, I played some Mario on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing I played is State of Decay 2, and boy oh boy, that's fun.
Really?
I really like that, yeah. I reached a point in it though where I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck to do now. So I'm like, I'm good with that too.
Uh-huh. What have I been playing? So all last week I played Forza Horizon 4, and I love that. That's so fun, and that's on Game Pass too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I bought. It was like $10. You got like 2 months of Game Pass or something.
Oh yeah.
So it was some like crazy deal. So I was like, oh, I'll jump on. Because I had it like long ago, and the only cool game on there was like Mad Max, and that game sucked. It was awful.
Yeah, I played originally when I had Game Pass 2, I dipped into that, and I enjoyed what I played of it, but I didn't play very much because I got stuck at one part, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I just can't do it.
I got stuck at a part, and then once I got past that part, it forces you to go out into like the open world and do like a bunch of stupid shit, and I was like, I'm not about it. So I'm playing Forza. I don't know if you can beat that game. Like, I don't know if it ends. Like, if there's like a credit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, there's not like there is sort of a story, but not really.
Yeah, those type of games I don't think really do all that much unless they're like after you do like everything.
So yeah, maybe that's what maybe I'm just not. I don't know. So I was playing that until Friday, and then I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and I've been playing a little bit of that. Super fun. It's just more Call of Duty, which is cool. The Blackout mode, like their Battle Royale mode, pretty dope. Like I had PUBG on my Xbox. That sucks. That's garbage.
I had that on my phone for a little bit, but that was mainly just to kill time in class as I was waiting to graduate.
When the very first match of PUBG that I played, I died like instantly. Like I was like probably the 99th person. Like, I was just like, I hit the ground, I was dead. My second match, I did pretty well. I think I got like 20 something.
Mm-hmm.
And then my third match, I won. I got like chicken dinner or whatever. And I remember sitting there like gripping my controller, and I could feel like my neck, like the blood going into my brain. It was like, I just remember being like, fuck yeah! And then I played a couple more hours of it, but I never won again. But with Blackout, I've had way more fun. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's way more enjoyable.
Don't they not have a story in this one?
Yeah, no story mode, so it's like, there's no campaign. There's just, there's multiplayer, which is your standard multiplayer, and then, Blackout, which is dope. And then the zombies, which I haven't played. Zombies, and then there's like Specialist HQ, which I think, because like, there's different specialists that you can choose, and I think that Specialist HQ is like, kind of like a story mode for each of those characters. But I haven't played it yet, so I'm not really... I don't know if I will play it. I like the multiplayer. That's really fun. Yeah, so that's it. What about... Yeah, so how was your trip?
My trip, it was fantastic. So I'll go through step by step on what happened.
Boy.
We get up 3:30 to leave. Flight takes off at 6:15. And so we take off. I played some Mario. I really enjoy Mario Odyssey. That game's so much fun. I think I have like half the moons at this point. I have like 500 something.
How many is it? There's 1,000?
Yeah, like 999, I think.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
So they really want you to play that game forever.
Yeah. And they have like tons of they keep adding in costumes and stuff like that. Oh, that's the big thing. Is I got the ninth, I think it's like ninth, whatever you max the coins out at. I got that suit, the skeleton suit.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It took forever, but I got it. It's great. I love it. Yeah, so we took off. We landed at about 8:30ish. We went to the hotel then.
So it was like a 2-hour flight?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It was pretty fast, yeah. So after we got there, we went to and did a tour of CNN.
Oh, cool.
That was really cool. And like there's so much stuff that you look at and you're like, we have this in our studio. I'm like, it's just ours is a little more simplistic than theirs, but it's like the same elements apply and stuff like that. And they have the control room, which there's more cameras and stuff like that, so there's more to it. But it's like the basics of what we have in the control room here, and I'm like, that's really cool. Yeah. What did I do after that? After that, I think we had a snack at Chick-fil-A.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost our pick.
Ah, shit. The computer fell asleep.
Do you have a dark screen?
No. I don't know how to keep it going.
I was gonna nick it with this.
Shit. Can I just keep it in standby? Is there a way to just keep it? Delete, edit, create, share, slideshow, save as, resize, copy, open with, set as. Yeah. I have no idea how to keep it going. This is the extent of my display knowledge, is just get it up there.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll just have to hit it every couple seconds or every couple minutes.
It sounded like I broke the fucking chair.
Smash it.
Yeah, so we went to CNN. That was really cool. They had like a ton of stuff in the shop there. I got a Cartoon Network 25 years cup, which is really cool.
Oh, cool. When I was in California, I saw Cartoon Network, their building.
Oh yeah.
Which is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. After that, we went over to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and that is so cool. Oh my god, it's like the most beautiful stadium in the world. That's great. I have tons of pictures of that, and I don't know. I have videos and stuff like that I might put into a vlog. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll just cut it over this.
Yeah, just splice it in.
Yeah, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That was great. We went. So on Saturday we went into the team store and we did the tour there. But we were, if we had gone to we got there right at 1:30, but we took the tour at 2. But if we would have taken the 1:30 tour, then we would have got to see the locker room.
Oh.
Because they had to set up for the game on Sunday. And then I got the hat, the shirt, the socks.
Went all out.
And a football at the stadium.
Mhm.
And we took the tour. That was really cool to see all this different stuff. And they have like the owner's suite is like feel like it's just beautiful, and like there's so much like gold in it. Like
Really?
The desktop for like the secretary person is like gold.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, and they have like the old school stuff, like first Mercedes-Benz, like a remake of it in like the
That's fucking
the wing
cool.
of where the owners are.
Mhm.
They have like a ton of really cool art there. We got to go into to Atlanta United's locker room, which is their soccer team. We got to walk on the field. We looked in the Coke like box area, like their seating area. And there's so many like TV screens all over the place and stuff like that. And they have like so much just like stuff to see in the stadium, just walking around it. And, that was really cool. So then that night we went to we went to my parents' basement, which is a comic book bar in Atlanta, which is really, really cool. There's this giant like Spider-Man like Venom thing on the side of it painting, and it has like arcade machines and comics and all that kind of stuff. My only problem is like the comics they have on spinner racks, so it's like bent right there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, they have like a ton of Mr. Miracles, and I'm like, I want these, but they're bent a little bit. I'm like, I'm gonna wait and get them someplace else. But I got a couple of the Tony Stark Iron Mans I was missing, and I got Mr. Miracle 11 there. Which that place was really cool because it just had so much there, and I got a barbecued pulled pork there, which was really good.
Ooh.
The first of two.
First of two.
Then the next, that's pretty much all we did. Then the next day we went to the game, and we went outside. We went over the area and watched some of the players come in, which is cool. Then we went into the stadium and watched them warm up and stuff like that. And it was funny too because we were standing there watching them warm up, and like there was this other family that was near us who was also from like upstate New York area on like the other side of Rochester.
Oh, how cool!
It was so funny, and like we were waving to like different players and stuff like that, and got to see them warm up. And the one kid was in 6th grade, and one of the players ran over and gave him a hat.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, God damn it! Why couldn't I have when I was younger? That was really cool.
This place looks awesome.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yeah, it's so beautiful. And like we went and looked at it on Saturday night too, and it was all lit up with pink because of like breast cancer and stuff like that. And the game was great. It was so good. There were like so many touchdowns and big plays and stuff like that. And I go to my mom during like I think it's like the end of the first quarter, and from yelling, I tell her, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna have a voice to podcast on Tuesday. Because that's just how much yelling there was, and like I just kept yelling and yelling and yelling, and it's like, and then the game went by like that. It was so fast, and there were so many like great plays and seeing all this different stuff, and like we were at like the 10-yard line.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like the 10-yard line end zone, so we're like right there in the action and seeing like I forget his first name, but Smith running in for a touchdown really close to there, and then Austin Hooper doing the same thing.
I had him on my fantasy team last year.
Austin Hooper, yeah. I think I had him on my team last year too, or it might have been the other tight end they had. But yeah, that was really cool. But like partway through the game, like Calvin Ridley and Mohamed Sanu left injured. We saw Matt Bryant, their kicker, kick I think it was like 57-yard field goal.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Go in the distance.
And then there was a ton of touchdowns. There was almost a fight that broke out. That was really cool. And then the last play, the Buck. It was 34-29. The last play, the Buccaneers tried to pull out schoolyard bullshit and like push the ball back. They were at like the 10-yard line trying to score to win the game, and like they pitched it, and then the one guy missed it and it went out of bounds, and he got pissed and he kicked the pylon over. It was great. And then there was like this drunk guy near us too, who kept like being like, "Come on, stand up, rise up, rise up," like to everything. And I go to my mom and I'm like, at some point during the game he's gonna like, "Come on, rise up, Matt Rod's taking a shit. Let's go." I'm like, oh my god.
I think that happened one of the last Sabres games that I went to. There was one guy who would stand up and be like, "Come on, get loud," and everyone's like, "Dude, we're losing by like a shit ton. Nah, we're good. We're gonna sit here and enjoy this."
Yeah, he'd do it for everything. Like he's even like at one point he's like, "Third down, let's go." Get up. There was third down, defense, offense, red zone. Some other ones that I don't remember.
I've never really paid attention to this stadium, and it is fucking dope.
Yeah,
like that big like
the halo.
Screen. Yeah, that is cool as shit.
Tim Geddes would just fall in love with that.
Dude, that's really dope.
There's the halo, and then there's also like this giant column of LED lights too.
Oh, okay.
And
so that's what those are. I thought it was just like a column, like a regular column.
Yeah, there's one column with LED lights. And like
that's really cool.
It's so cool, yeah. And there's like a giant like metal falcon like statue outside the stadium too. It's really cool. Yeah, the game was great. I got a collector cup with Mohamed Sanu on it, which I think they had multiple players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the game, awesome, fantastic. They won, which is why I chose the Bucks to go see. And then the Bucks get on a roll the first two games with Fitzpatrick, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
And then they put Jameis Winston back in, and now they kind of suck. I saw Fitzpatrick on the other sideline though, and if Fitzpatrick was the one that holds the ball like that the kickers kick, I was gonna yell. I was gonna be like, Fitzmagic!
Oh man, I missed Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's really cool. I went to when I was a senior in high school, I went to the Cowboys Stadium.
Oh, that's cool.
But we went. It was like springtime, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So like they weren't playing, but we got to do that like walk around. We got to go into the locker room, check that out real quick. We got to like walk on the field, and there was like a bunch of other people like hanging out. So we got to play like, we just like played a short little like football game basically.
Yeah.
Which was really neat. That screen there is gigantic. Like I stood underneath it and just remember being like, this is unbelievably huge. Mm-hmm. It's also like kind of close. It's a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be, like to the ground, like the bottom of it.
Yeah, and then like the Falcon Stadium too, like the dome opens up too, so like at the top of the circle, where the top of it is, it's open and you can see it, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I just saw a picture of it. It like slides open,
mm-hmm.
which is like, that's just crazy looking. It's super cool.
Yeah, I love the logo too. I have it on like a wristband that we got for going on the tour.
No, lost it again.
We're just gonna have to bring it. If you bring it, oh, that'll work.
Yeah, I'll just hit a button. Great fucking pick. I love this.
You're gonna love the next week's one even better than that.
Oh boy. Yeah, dude. I wish. Oh man, I'll have to make some more Photoshop things. I made a whole bunch. Like I've just always made these really goofy pictures.
Mm-hmm.
When I streamed on Twitch like forever ago,
mm-hmm.
I had this one picture of me where I'm like this, but I have like this really weird hoodie that I bought where the hood's like really close to your head and it comes up. There's like a
yeah, I know,
like a neck thing, so it's like this, right? So I have that on, and I have like longer hair, so my hair's like flipping out on both sides, and I'm like crossing my eyes, and I'm like this, and I put it in front of, like I cut myself out, I put it in front of a like pizza menu, but it's like from Japan or something, like everything's in Japanese, and then I added like this anime girl like eating a giant piece of pizza. If I can find it, it's ridiculous. But pretty much all of my things that I make are like that. Like they're just.
Yeah, with Photoshop, you either gotta go try and go real, like super realistic, or just like stupid as hell.
Yeah, my friend Dan, he has Photoshop on his phone, And every fucking day, for like ever, he was sending us pictures of him as Spider-Man. They're insane. I hate him. Oh god, I can't stand his ass. Where can I find this picture? It's so funny.
Yeah, after the game, we went to the Georgia Aquarium, which was cool. We got to see like the dolphin live show or whatever. They had a ton of cool like animals there. We got to see. They had like this giant like tank where you'd walk through a hallway and it's like above you, and there's like whale sharks and like turtles and tons of different like animals, and they're just all like giant. That was cool. And then after that, we went to the Hard Rock Cafe for dinner. Second pulled pork sandwich. This one had apples on the bottom of it.
How was that?
It was alright. I mean, like, it was an experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
But this pulled pork sandwich was spicier than the other one. What else we did? Oh, we got my brother this, so Hooters was right next door. We got my brother this beer cozy that had, like, it was like a Hooters girl, and it had, like, parts that popped out that were supposed to be, like, boobs. We got that for him. What did we do next? Yeah, and then the next day we walked like a mile to get Krispy Kreme donuts because that's what you gotta do for Krispy Kreme.
I feel that.
Yeah, we did that, and then after that we pretty much had to go, and then we flew home. Crammed a lot into 3 days.
Yeah, that's a lot. Damn. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I loved it. The thing with Atlanta, though, is, like, the cities, it doesn't seem, like, busy at all, like New York City or anything like that. Like, it was, like, only, like, probably at the most, like, 5 people were crossing the street at a time, not, like, the long lines of crowded people. The only time it got super crowded was after the Falcons game, which is to be expected.
Yeah, because everybody's leaving.
Yeah, but other than that, like, the city was super clean, and I think we saw maybe one homeless guy the whole time we were there. Which is kind of shocking for a city.
Yeah.
And, like, the streets were all super clean and stuff like that, and I'm like, how is it, like, not super crowded or anything like that? Like, how is it, like, this clean and nice? And it was great.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, I'm glad you had fun. I don't know, next time I'll be doing anything like that. Like, I don't know when I'm going to be going somewhere cool. I can't find this fucking picture. I thought it was like...
June, we're going to San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of funny, whatever it's going to be.
Need to save up my fucking coins for this one. No, so there's this thing that I go to in Toronto all the time. Well, not all the time. They do it once a year. It's called the Toronto Board Meeting, and it's like a huge group of longboarders. And you longboard through the city. It's really cool. And... last year, they had a Tokyo board meeting, like in Tokyo. Like the same idea, like everyone gathered, like you wear a white shirt and a tie, and you just longboard through the city. And last year was the first one they did in Tokyo, which is crazy because it's just like a couple of guys that, like a bunch of years ago were like, hey, let's set this up. And now it's like just growing and growing and growing. And they posted the other day about how they're doing the Tokyo board meeting again. I'm like, oh, I want to go so damn bad.
How would you take your longboard with you? Just
throw it on the plane. Fuck it.
That's a carry-on.
Yeah, but it's not even that expensive either. It was like the flights were like $600, or no, they were like $650, which is nothing compared to like how they normally are, which are like $1,400, $2,000. Like, I want to go so damn bad. If I can find this picture, I will send it to you. But I don't know. It's got to be on here. And oh yeah, okay. I found. Well, damn it. I found part of it. Oh yeah, I found it without the anime girl.
Oh my god.
Photoshop a couple lean into my hand.
That is great.
I And I have another one too. I think I
Do you have an HDMI port in your computer because you can put it up there?
Oh, I do. But I want to find the other one. I think it's on my computer at home. Where I have like... That's where I have all these really weird things I made for like other podcasts.
Yeah, so I think that's it for the... Oh, there's one more thing about the Atlanta trip. So, like, during this week, like, over the weekend, it was kind of crowded because there was, like, some breast cancer thing and then some pride parade.
Mm-hmm.
And on one of the breast cancer cars, there was, like, boobs drawn and it said Captain Motorboat on it. I saw that and I just started, like, dying laughing. And then just, like, tons of stuff written like that on the car.
That's awesome. Let me see if I can find that one. Let's go to...
Do you remember, like, the I Love Boobies bracelets?
Yes.
Those were, like, so popular for, like an amount of time in
Yep.
the 2000s, and then, like, you never see them anymore.
When I was in high school, they were huge. That and, like, when you would go to... Did you ever go to Warped Tour?
Mm.
And, so, everybody at Warped Tour would be, like, wearing these shirts that say, like, free hugs on them. Like, they would just write free hugs on it. And, like, I remember that so vividly, just everywhere. Like, oh, God.
So they were just homemade shirts that said free hugs on them?
Yeah. And that was, like, the cool thing with those, like, I Love Boobies fucking... Like, that's stupid. I mean, if it was for a good cause, I guess, but it's just stupid. Alright. Now I'm on my Twitch channel. Let me look at my thing.
Were you going to watch some Ricky's Twitch streams?
I don't think I have any streams on here that are saved. No. The only thing I played on here was Overwatch. Can I just get like a... Let me see the whole pic, dog.
I don't think you're going to see it.
Yeah, what the fuck? This sucks. Show the whole fucking thing! Well, now I've done it. What have I done? Oh my god.
Your computer's fighting back now.
Yeah, oh no, what have I done? Did it again. Yes, I made another one. It's the same idea. It's just me in like a Japanese arcade with like those claw games.
Mm-hmm. So have you ever been to Japan, or you just really like
No.
the culture there?
Yeah, I've always wanted to go there. Probably since actually I can remember the moment that I wanted to go. When I was like real young, my fucking jam was come home 4:30 on Cartoon Network. They would play Gundam Wing, and that was my every day. I would fucking race home, jump in my chair, watch Gundam Wing. No idea what the hell was going on. Like, the story to me didn't make any bit of sense. Nice. So every day I would watch this show, and I loved it. I just loved like the giant mechs and like whatever. So one time I'm watching it, and during like the commercial they show somewhere in Japan there is a life-size Gundam. Yeah, so I was like, holy shit, I need to go to Japan. I need to see that. Then, you know, I got older. I was probably like 21-ish, and I was like, oh, I should probably start saving so I can go, like, make this actually happen. And then I just totally forgot. Or, like, I just, like, I still don't have my passport to go, but I'm always looking at, like, flights to see how much it would cost to go. And I'm just, I don't know. But I really need to go before the world is no longer...
safe to travel.
Yeah. You know, before it melts or something. Cracks like a fucking egg.
Just molten lava floating out into space.
Yeah. It's just gonna break perfectly in half. Yeah, I'll get there. Alright, so you want to talk about Venom?
Yeah,
Venom.
Are we gonna spoiler first, or no spoilers, or...
I thought we do, like, you know, like a brief plot. No spoilers. And then...
Should we do it like kind of funny? Doesn't just give like our main.
Yeah,
thoughts
kind of
and
like,
then-
what you thought about it. And
then we'll go into the
Yeah.
the in-depth plot synopsis by Ricky.
I'm not doing it. That would take fucking forever. How long was that movie?
Hour and a half.
No way.
Yeah.
It felt way longer. Hold on. There's no way. Oh, no, it was 2.5 hours.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Venom was that long.
It's got a 7.1 on 31 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not bad.
31.
I've watched movies with zeros, so 31's pretty good.
How much does You Can't Kill Stephen King have?
Oh my god, let's find out.
That movie was where did I see it was an hour and a half long? I don't remember. Because I thought they cut stuff out of it to make
Mhm.
it.
So an hour and a half, that would be like... Wow. Sorry,
Right.
no results for You Can't Kill Stephen King. Stars Born, 89. First Man, 88.
You Can't Kill Stephen King review.
Dude, Night School's got a 28%. That's not good.
You Can't Kill Stephen King has a 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Huh.
Rotten Tomatoes. There are no critic reviews yet for You Can't Kill Stephen King.
What is Reprisal? Oh, Bruce Willis. He's got a 0.
Audience score 11 for You Can't Kill Stephen King.
11.
So, want to get into Venom, then?
Oh, okay, yeah, so Venom. Venom's a movie
It happened.
where a young man known as Eddie Brock, he's a guy in San Francisco. He's a journalist, and he's an ass. And so he gets a big interview with Mr. Carlton Drake of the Life Foundation.
I would have never remembered his name.
Oh,
I know the actor's name, but I'm like...
It took me a minute to remember, because I just remembered them calling him Drake.
Mm.
I was like, what's his first name, though? That took me a minute.
Did he start from the bottom and now he's here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Carlton Drake, he, Life Foundation, they're sending rockets in space. Eddie interviews him, and he says some shit he shouldn't say to him. And then Eddie loses everything. Loses his job, loses his woman, loses his cat. So then he's down on his luck. Life Foundation is doing some weird shit.
This is 6 months later.
Yeah, 6 months later.
Even though it doesn't feel like it besides...
The worst part, it's 6 months later, but in the beginning when the Riot symbiote takes over the old woman...
Wouldn't it have gotten there so much
It
faster?
took 6 months for them...
How would it take 6 months to get there?
I don't know. It took 6 months from her to walk from wherever she was in the jungle or whatever to an airport. So it was still in Thailand or wherever they were. Taiwan. Where were they?
I don't know. Something.
Malaysia or something like that.
Yeah, Malaysia sounds right.
So it took, 6 months for her to walk from whatever village
It
to the
definitely
nearest
does.
airport.
The only reason it has the 6 months thing is so that his former fiance has a new boyfriend who's also a doctor.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it happens that way. Because everything else, it could have just been like next week. Or like
Even
next day.
they could have played it like that's not even her boyfriend. Like that's her. I don't know, her brother. No, well, a roommate.
Yeah.
San Francisco is expensive as fuck to live, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna need a roommate. Yeah, you see how shitty Eddie's apartment is.
yeah, which that apartment probably costs $1,100 a month.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's disgusting. Okay, so
His bathroom is so gross.
yeah, that part's
I'm like,
gross.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's come on. Okay, so down on his luck. He doesn't have anything.
A symbiote's coming to San Francisco.
Symbiote's coming to San Francisco.
But for some reason they aren't compatible, but still jump from one to the other. And
yeah. Yeah. Not compatible with everybody, but somehow this one is.
Just super lucky.
It really knows how to make it work. Symbiotes coming to San Francisco. There is one in San Francisco. It's killing homeless people because Carlton Drake is like experimenting on the homeless people with the symbiote. One of the doctors gets cold feet and is like, yo, I gotta bring somebody else in. She gets a hold of Eddie Brock.
Here's this scumbag that has no morals. Let's
Yeah.
give him the story.
And she's like, yo, Eddie, there's some shit going down at the Life Foundation. He's like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with this because I've already lost my job because of it. She's like, okay, whatever. So she goes back. Then he goes to see his ex-fiance, finds out that she's got a new boyfriend. He's like, man, I fucked up. I gotta make this right. So then then he calls back the doctor. She brings him in and is showing him around and is like, here's what's going on. You know, symbiotes are killing people. He comes into contact with one of the symbiotes and the place gets on lockdown and he escapes. And which is really weird.
Just sick as a dog.
Yeah, then he's hella sick. And like sweaty and just fucking wild looking.
Like, why is none of the people that Riot jumps to? Why are none of them? Like,
Yeah, why did they get sick? I
they
didn't even think about
sick
that.
either.
Yeah,
It's
they were
like-
totally fine. They're totally fine. They blend in perfectly fine. Where he was
Then
like,
Eddie Brock gets sick.
Eddie was so sick and like profusely sweating. He
Just so sweaty.
Yeah, soaking wet, sweaty, and like acting irrational and like talking to himself.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, all the other symbiotes are just dying all over the
Yeah,
place.
so the other one, there's a bunch of them. They're dying. The Riot one is totally fine. You know, I didn't even think about that. That's funny. So he comes in contact with that. He goes back to his apartment. It's disgusting. People from the Life Foundation are like, oh, someone stole our symbiote. So they go and try to find him. Or they're trying to find clues or whatever. The doctor gets pinched, and she's like, yeah, I did it. I brought in Eddie Brock. So they go and get him. And then when they go to his house, he is being weird. And like, what's wrong with you? And then the symbiote comes out and they start fighting.
Did we miss the part at the restaurant?
Probably, yeah. I'm really skipping ahead. That was like my favorite part, though.
He
I thought
climbs
that-
into the lobster tank.
Yeah, I thought that was actually super funny.
Like, why isn't Ryan climbing into a lobster tank?
Yeah, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, that's the first time you see him as Venom.
Well, you don't really see him as Venom yet. He's just kind of got the stuff.
Yeah, you start seeing him like do stuff as Venom,
Which is really cool. And I think they definitely should like kind of take like the effects they did for Venom of like the moving and stuff like that and put him to like into a Mr. Fantastic, because I thought the movements were really good for Venom. And like
Yeah.
the one shield thing where
Yeah, that
they're
was
in the
cool.
room, if they give that to like Mr. Fantastic and have him do something like that, it'll actually look pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, no, I really like I like how big he is. 'Cause that was like my
Mhm.
main beef with Topher Grace's version is how skinny and small he was. Like,
Well, to be fair, it's probably proportional from Tom Hardy to Venom to Topher Grace to his Venom.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
probably proportional size.
yeah, because I kept imagining Tom Hardy's Bane. You know how like jacked he was.
Mhm.
So in my head, that's how he's always that huge. Did you see Bronson?
No, but I've seen like pictures of him from it.
Yeah, so he's really big in that too. So I every time I see or think of Tom Hardy, I picture him like just super like muscular, and he's not that big in Venom. He's kind of smaller, like he's skinnier.
Mm-hmm.
But I really liked how big he is. Like once he's Venom, he's like way taller.
Yeah.
And like just wider and like I don't know. It makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like the cartoon though, you know, where he was like kind of hulking over, but it's like his upper
Like-
body is gigantic.
Yeah, I like too in the one image, like people keep pointing out that it's like an homage to the cartoon because of the way like the blue and red tint him.
Mm-hmm.
I love that cartoon so much.
The cartoon is great. I always have this one image in my head of Spider-Man from the cartoon where he has the 6 arms, where he like puts his arms up and he's got like 6.
Did you know in that series that Mark Hamill voiced the Hobgoblin?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not know that.
I go down weird cartoon rabbit holes a lot on Wikipedia.
Okay, so then what happens? Venom.
He's on a he gets flipped to the wall because Venom calls him a parasite. Or
Oh yeah,
Tom Hardy
Eddie.
calls him-
Yeah. Eddie calls him a parasite, which is like the big on-running joke.
And then a drone shows up.
Fucking drones! There's drone warfare going on.
And nobody seems to care.
Yeah, and everyone's like, whatever. Cars are blowing up. Dude, drones are so sick. I love that they use drones.
There's just wreckage all over the place.
Yeah.
The drone scenes remind me a lot of the same scenes from Ready Player One where there's the drones flying over the place trying to get the van. I saw that and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Alright, so then they're hunting him down. He's riding a motorcycle. He's trying to escape from these bad guys. He gets hit by a car, falls off his motorcycle. His limbs are all broken and shit, and it's all hope is lost. And then Venom comes out, and that's the first time you see him. He's huge, and he fixes Tom Hardy's broken leg. And then he's just like hulking
eats a
around.
guy.
Yeah, he eats a guy. He's hulking around, jumps in the water, swims off. Meanwhile, the Riot symbiote is now in a little girl who made it to San Francisco. She walked to Life Foundation and is going to get in contact with Carlton Drake. And then she touches him, or she chokes him. He becomes Riot. Well, the Riot symbiote goes to him. So now...
We also skipped the part, too, where Venom's talking to Tom Hardy about, like, eating people.
Yeah, so that's
that.
nice, where he pops out of the water. Tom's like, my leg is fixed. My leg. Or however the hell he talks.
I mean, it's pretty close.
He talks to Venom. Like, Venom comes out of his back and is like this weird, like, gooey thing. And kind of explains what's going on. And that Riot is like a bad guy who wants to bring more symbiotes to Earth.
Because he's the captain of the symbiotes.
Yeah,
of
he's
the
like the
5
leader.
that went to Earth.
Yeah, he was like the leader or whatever. Oh shit, then what happens? Then they kind of have like some bonding time and they go and do some stuff.
What stuff do they even do? I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
Doesn't like the girl or like the former girlfriend call him? He's like, Eddie, you gotta come see me. We skipped the doctor part where he went to the doctor.
Yeah, he goes to the doctors.
And like,
That's what I'm saying. Let's skip the whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, next, like, the Ash calls him, and then he's like, I have one more place to go, and he returns to the,
Place where he worked.
The newspaper, yeah. And
to drop off the evidence, that's why they go in there.
Yeah, and he's trying to get in, but the guy won't let him, so he goes outside, and he wants to get top for him, like, Venom's like, why didn't you say so, and then we see him run up the door.
Yeah, I mean, that was really cool. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really love how Venom moves.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about the whole
It's
thing.
very, like, animalistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really... so he goes up there, he drops off some evidence of what was going on at the Life Foundation.
Well, he gets shocked first and, like, starts falling, doesn't he, before he...
Oh, yeah, because he
runs all the way
climbs to
up
the very,
top.
very top. Yeah, so he climbs to the very top, and a plane flies by, and then...
The suit,
like... tries to, like, come off of him or whatever. And, that's when you kind of realize that, like, sound fucks with him.
Mm-hmm.
They fall off the building. He comes back, he catches himself.
Is it in that scene or when he's in the car that they revealed the fire stuff?
It was when they're in the car.
In the car.
So he goes in, then he drops off his phone with some evidence of what was going on. He goes downstairs.
You forget the best part.
Yeah,
Venom tells Tom Hardy to jump back out the window, and then he goes to the elevator, and then we see him go to the elevator, and Venom's like, pussy.
Dude, I would not be jumping out of no building. I don't care if I was Venom, I'm not jumping out of a building. At least not on my first night as Venom. Like, give me some time.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, does like the main story in this movie, like after like the 6 months pass, is it all just like one night?
I think so. Or maybe it's multiple nights. It must be over multiple nights.
Because everything seems to happen like super quick, like they start getting in tune, and then like he's like, "Oh, you just want to go up to the top of the building," and then they go downstairs, and then there's the SWAT guys there. And they're like, "Ready, masks," and then
Yeah.
he does the same thing, and then all of a sudden they're just in sync.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of strange how fast that happened, but
I thought that was strange too. I really liked that scene, but
that scene was great.
I also thought that was kind of
fast.
funny. Then what happened? Yeah, I think
They
it
fight,
is
and
over.
then it's the girlfriend
Then the girl comes, picks him up. She takes him
to the hospital.
to the hospital. They get the symbiote off of him. Meanwhile, once he does that, he leaves, and then he gets picked up by the bad guys.
Yeah. And then the symbiote escapes when
The
the doctor and the girlfriend are arguing, and then it attaches itself to the dog, and then to the
and
girlfriend.
that's all the same night, because then they bring him to Life Foundation. He's like, I'm not, or you don't know what it's like or something, whatever. He doesn't have the symbiote.
Yeah.
And Carlton Drake wants the symbiote from
Yeah.
him. And so he's like, hey, whatever your name is, get in here and pick up your mess. So they take Eddie out to the woods. They're going to shoot him.
Mhm.
Still nighttime. So it must be the same night, because it's still nighttime. They're going to shoot him. They start getting picked off one by one. You're like, what's going on? And then Venom walks in. And it's
Somehow not sick at all.
yeah, not sick at all.
dying.
Totally like in sync with the symbiote. Takes the bad guy, bites his head off. Then she kisses Eddie, and the symbiote like slimes over. Same night. Then he runs off and is like, I gotta fight something. I gotta fight the ugly or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not coming with us. They run off through the woods back to Life Foundation, where Riot is going to launch a missile, launch a spaceship to go get more symbiotes. My favorite scene in the whole movie, I was the only person when I saw it cracking up, and I don't know if it was just me or if no one else notices it. When he's like, he's like revealing his master plan, what he's gonna do. Over his shoulder is a guy, and it zooms in on him, and he's just like, it's so fucking
I
funny.
didn't notice that.
Oh my god! The first time I watched it, I straight up like laughed out loud, and then the second time I saw it, I told my friend Anthony about it. I was like, oh my god, watch that guy's face. And like I laughed again, but Anthony didn't find it funny. But he's so over the top, and he's just like this, and he starts like clicking away. So yeah, then you see Riot for like the first time, or no, maybe the second time, but you see him in like full force.
Yeah, because we saw him like when Carlton Drake's talking to Eddie, and
it's like a flash.
He
of
shows
it.
him that he has a symbiote too.
So you see him in full gear, and he's big and gray and like kind of grosser looking than Venom. He looks cool.
Yeah.
He
can create the knives and stuff like that, which we see in the control room. He goes like that and just kills everybody.
Yeah, that was really
That's
cool.
Nice.
I really like those gigantic blades. So then,
and suddenly, Venom has a change of heart after that scene, because we go back to Eddie, and Venom's like, I was a loser on my planet, just like you are on yours.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he's
for
really trying
some
to connect with him.
But it's kind of weird because we don't really see why like he like falls in love with her kind of thing. I think if they explain that more, and it's probably in the deleted scenes, it probably has something to do with the former girlfriend, because that's what kind of seems to happen with Venom when they're in the car ride going to the hospital.
Yeah,
Venom's
he's like,
she's really nice.
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, she's nice, or I like her, stuff like that.
Yeah, so if they add a little more like exposition in there to explain that change of heart because of like the love he sees between these two people and that between mankind, I think would have improved it. But so
you're talking to the wrong one, man.
Then
you can email Sony Pictures and tell them.
So then we get Venom's at the. Does he go into the control room, or does he just meet Riot at the bridge?
He doesn't. I don't think he goes to control him because I think
the girlfriend goes in the control room.
The girlfriend does. Riot like jumps out the window maybe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He's making his way to the spaceship, and Venom meets him on the bridge, and then they clash and they have the big battle.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. The part that I was kind of disappointed by, they like once it moves from the bridge up onto the ship, where they kind of like start coming apart.
Mm.
I wish that was a little more clear.
Yeah,
because it seemed
there were certain parts of that battle that it wasn't really.
Yeah, it was like kind of muddy and like you couldn't really tell what was happening. It was really cool. I really liked the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But there was just some parts where like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the first time I saw it in 3D, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. It's just like, I don't know. It was too much. So they're fighting each other. They then Riot kind of like takes over Venom. He doesn't eat him, but he kind of like takes him in,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Then there's some more fighting, some more things happen, and Venom saves the day.
Yeah, by exploding a rocket.
Yeah,
and then somehow survives fire, which is his weakness.
Yep.
In the lake, and then we get him talking to his girlfriend, and then we finally get the scene in the convenience store, the turn the wind scene, where we got to the end of the movie where they're rapping. I'm like, where the fuck's that scene?
Yeah, that part is crazy too because he walks into the store. It's daytime. When he walks out, it's dark. Like it's been dark. It's not like a dusk. So how long was he in the store for?
He had to eat that guy.
He walks in. He says what's up to the lady. Walks back. The guy comes in immediately after. He turns into Venom. He bites. He eats him. Becomes Tom Hardy again. Walks out middle of the night. Like what the fuck? So then the movie ends, and you get this insane Eminem song.
Venom.
Which I'm led to believe that the only words in the song are Venom. There's no other words.
Knock knock, let the devil in. Benevolence, something.
Yeah, the whole time
Eddie Brock is you.
He's just saying Venom, Venom, Venom over and over.
Okay, we're gonna pull up this song on my phone.
Yeah, bring up the lyrics. So I really liked it. Even though I mean, my description of it isn't the best.
Does it not have lyrics on? Oh my god, it doesn't have lyrics on the Apple Music version.
Nice.
Venom lyrics.
Yeah, I liked it. It's a fun, stupid movie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go in kind of expecting it to be like, ground shattering or like this movie's gonna win an Oscar or nothing like that. Like I expected it to be like a summertime blockbustery movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got that.
Let's load, will you please? Okay, I googled the lyrics, but they aren't coming up. The page is not loading for me at all. But yeah, Venom I thought it was enjoyable, but upon discussion with you, I'm like, there are a lot more flaws than I realized.
Yeah, when you stop and think about any movie like that, you lose it. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at my rankings of movies from when I reviewed movies over the summer to try to see where it lies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's probably going to be, I don't know, probably about B- area.
That's pretty fair.
Incredible Hulk and Jurassic World are right there, so.
You didn't like Jurassic World?
I liked it originally, and then I watched it again, and I'm like, wow, this is just kind of this.
this.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom has a B.
I liked both of those.
I like Fallen Kingdom. I had fun with that.
I like how that one goes from like a dinosaur movie to like a horror movie. And I loved how it ended because that's exactly where I wanted to go. Where like
dinosaurs rule the world.
Yeah, dinosaurs. I wanted to be like Planet of the Apes but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, Yeah, so, post-credit scene.
Oh yeah, spoiler time. Spoiler territory. So
We spoiled the whole movie. What happened in all of it?
here's what happens in the movie. Spoiled. Here's what happens in the end credits. About to be spoiled. At the end of the movie, he's like, I got an interview. And she's like, with who? And he's like, can't tell you, you have to find out. Then the mid-credit scene is him riding a motorcycle to a prison. And...
Don't eat anybody here.
Yeah, they're having a discussion, like, alright, hurry it up. So they go in, and they're walking down, like, a creepy, like, Silence of the Lambs looking jail cell area. All the way to the back. And they walk in, and it's a creepy guy, and he's, like, writing, like, Welcome Eddie in blood on the jail, like, the cell. And
so,
you're like...
I'd like to deliver the lines. He's like, he's like, can I drop the persona? He's like, there will be carnage. And then it flashes on, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So, time for a podcast within a podcast. Is it a wig? I don't know. Wigging out with Ricky Ettinger.
Ricky O. No, that wasn't a wig at all. That is Woody Harrelson's actual red hair.
So bad.
And he just cuts and dyes it for every other movie he does. You see Solo? You saw his hair in Solo? That's a wig.
There was somebody, I forget what I said it looked like. I was talking to my dad when we were...
it did look really weird. Like, it looks like... It made his head kind of look like a light bulb shape. Or like a weird alien shape.
Yeah. That, I'm like, they kind of forced that there. And, like, he's supposed to be like a psycho, like the Joker with a symbiote suit.
Yeah.
He seems more like they're doing a Silence of the Lambs type thing, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm excited for the sequel, because you know there's going to be a sequel. They can't just set that up and then leave it. Like, that's like the most...
Yeah, come on, like Sinister Six.
Yeah, that one can be left. Like, who do you really care about Rhino? Paul Giamatti's Rhino? Come on.
You said you loved Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I love that movie, but do I need to see Paul Giamatti in a Adidas tracksuit with a fucking barbed wire tattoo across his forehead? No.
I need that in my life.
But yeah, that's Venom. I'd say go see it. If you stay here and listen to me butcher it, and you haven't seen it.
We missed some parts.
Yeah, there's some things in there I didn't spoil for you.
Yeah.
But there's a lot in there that I did.
So I got the lyrics for the song. I got a song filled with shit for the strong-willed. When the world gives you a raw deal, sets you off till you scream, piss off, screw you. When it comes to you like you don't belong or tell you you're in the wrong field. When something in your mitochondrial, because it latched onto you like knock knock, let the devil in, malevolent as I've ever been, head is spinning, the medicine screaming, la la la, let us in, la la like a salad bowl, Edgar Allan Poe, bedridden, should been dead a long time ago, liquid Tylenol, and it just keeps going and going.
Liquid Tylenol, gelatins.
Oh my god.
I think my skeleton's melting. What in the world?
Venom, adrenaline, momentum, and I'm not knowing when I'm ever gonna slow up, and I'm ready to snap any moment. I'm thinking it's time to go get them. They ain't gonna know what hit them. When they get bit with the venom. Oh my god.
Oh no.
There's one part in the song where it's like, you are the suit, Eddie Brock is you.
Yeah.
And just call me Venom.
You are the suit, Eddie Brock is you.
Something stupid like that.
Yeah, what an amazing track. I can't wait to buy it.
I have the album on Apple Music. It's on Kamikaze.
Really? I did not know that.
So I'll play us some outro music for you.
Yeah.
If you wanna...
We lost the screen.
Filled with shit for the strong-willed. When the world gives you a raw deal, set you off till you
This sounds different.
scream, piss off, screw you. When it
They
talks
probably just played the chorus in it, I think. 'Cause it was like the...
Yeah.
wrong field when something's in your It's a last one to you.
Like, knock, knock, let the devil in, you never win.
Yeah, it starts there.
Head is spinning, this medicine screaming, Nick, like a solid ball. Let your
Oh, what a jam.
really should have been dead a long time ago. Liquid
Alright, so yeah, that's it for us.
We are the suit. Adi Brock is you. And until next time, this has been Low Batteries. Open photo viewer? Maybe that's what I want. I don't want that.
Resume. Fuck you, that's amazing.
I had this one for